show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Loaded up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed. Skipping out, no, I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Ooh, you take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. Take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. Take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. Take me higher. Yeah, you take me higher, baby.
Welcome to Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show. Let's be S3. I am your host, Marlon, along with Theas, along with AITAH. And on today's show, we're just going to shoot the breeze on a couple of stories. The second hour was kind of jam-packed, but not a lot. So we got a story that's a two-parter. Both parts are pretty long because I was lazy and just didn't feel like breaking it up into 4 parts. And if we get through it real quick, we're going to go ahead and get into the second story. If not, we're just going ahead and skip to the second hour. So, since nothing really has happened lately, I don't know what we're going to talk about tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Y'all know what we're going to talk about tomorrow, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a sneak preview of my statement for tomorrow. I don't care. There's your sneak preview. I'll put the story up and y'all can talk about it all you want to, but I just don't care that much. And if we run out of time tomorrow, y'all get sick and tired of talking about it, I'll put some more Reddit stories up. That's how much I care. But anyway, hey, Theas. Theas may be a little tired today. He's been on the road all day, so he may not be with us the second hour, which... After that Washington trip, totally understand. Totally.
Yeah,
understand.
I am zapped.
When you don't have anything left, just call it quits, bro. Just call it quits. Like, you look, my daughter was sick. And she still went to work and still went to work and still went to work. I told her, I was like, you got a choice. I said, either you sit down or your body going to sit down for you. So which way you want to go with this?
Yeah, I ain't never been that one, man. I'll go home off a tummy ache. Play with me.
Good. I don't think I'm...
My tummy.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I don't like using public restrooms, man. I'm out.
No.
And how's everything going?
It's going. I had support group today, so I'm kind of tired too. And that procedure that I was supposed to have, I didn't, not yet. So I'm just I'll be a little bit low tonight too.
Well, that's to tell you there's not going to be no 3-hour show tonight.
No.
I'm not tired per se. I'm just mentally, I'm in a not giving too much of an F attitude. And I know that's mental. So it's like, I'll get my stuff together. I took too many days off. That's what it was. I took way too many days off. And now that I got to get back to work, that we got to get back into broadcasting and everything, it's like, okay, I got to get back into it. But when I took them days off and had so much fun with those days off, it's like, do I really want to get into this? We had a good 4 years. Do I? No, we still got too much stuff to talk about. So, anyway, first world problems. Without further ado, let's get this party started. I am going to read this one message that we got, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. Welcome to Saturday Night Vibe. Please make yourself at home. Grab you a drink. That's the important part of this whole sentence. Caress that like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and share. Take care of yourself, each other, and the planet. The part about that I wanted to read that for was grab yourself a drink, because the two videos, the first main topic that we have are only 2 videos, but they are long videos. Why? Like I said at the beginning, I was too lazy to break it up into 4 parts. I didn't care. So go ahead and grab you a drink. And if you haven't grabbed you a drink, trust me, you have plenty of time now. So let's go ahead and get into it. Quit school or else.
Hi guys, so I really don't know how to proceed here. I am utterly lost and I don't even know if I'm responsible for this whole mess or if my friends are overstepping. First off, we all know each other since high school age. We are all German, so we have a different school system, important for later. This whole mess is about me, 29 female, Annika, 29 female, and Tara, 29 female. My other friend, Hannah, 26 female, is an innocent bystander and was dragged into this weird mess. First, let me give you some background. Annika got pregnant at 18. The baby daddy went off, and she and her ex-boyfriend tried to make it as a family. But when baby number 2 was born and her ex wasn't the father, he left her. I completely understood that. I didn't know he wasn't the father of baby number 2 then. Education-wise, Annika didn't finish her apprenticeship and has a day job in an office. Tara finished her bachelor last year and wants to do her master's degree this year. I had a bit of a rocky path. I have a learning disability and only through therapy learned how to handle life and school with it. I did an apprenticeship and after that went back to school and did my A-level in 2 years. And now I study law at our local university. I thought everything was fine and my friends were happy for me until this morning. Tara and Annika and I do our best to keep in contact and we have monthly brunches always scheduled for a Sunday. This morning, they told me they demanded that I stop studying law or else they would go no contact with me. Their reasoning is they're afraid I'll get too cocky from being a law student and that they feel like I'm looking down on them, especially Annika, as if I think she's a second-level human being. This shocked me since I have never said or did anything that would indicate that I think like that about Annika. In more than one instance, I have said that I understand why she couldn't finish her apprenticeship and I know she wants to do it once the kids are in kindergarten. Tara wants to be a teacher and I think that's super cool. We need teachers and that's such a hard job too. But not once did I say that I think I'm better than them because I study law. Hannah, who was just as shocked as me, sat there with me and looked completely bewildered. I asked both Annika and Tara to please leave because what they said hurt me immensely. The fact that they believe I would think something like that about them and the sheer audacity they have to demand from me to stop studying law is just insane. I have worked my butt off to be able to study it and it just hurts me. Later, I received a long WhatsApp from Annika in our group chat, again demanding that I stop studying law and if I won't, she will cut contact with me and so will Tara. I am absolutely lost. Tara, Annika, and Hannah are my only friends. I don't have a clique at uni or a huge friend circle. Quite the opposite. I don't want to lose my friends, but I will. Under no circumstances will I stop studying. I am already past 6 semesters, so absolutely not. I asked countless times to please explain to me what has happened, but neither Annika nor Tara will answer my direct questions. They are adamant I have to stop studying or else I will become too cocky to be around. What the hell am I supposed to do now?
All right, Diaz, you can go first.
Really, dude? I mean, like, hey, sometimes friendships have to end. That's all I got for you.
Okay.
This isn't a very complicated story. This is just pretty straightforward.
Not only that, but look at how you had to point out that when she got pregnant, maybe you do look down on her because the first thing that you had to say. I don't get how that. But no, they're not supporting you. You don't. Go separate ways.
I mean, but Anna,
Yes.
looking down on somebody, I guess it's because she brought it up, right? Where there wasn't a whole lot of reason to bring it up. Because I mean, for real though, you got a baby before you were really ready to have a baby. Had the baby with a dude. Obviously wasn't about much because he dipped on you immediately.
How does that have anything to do?
Wait. It has to do with criteria. But that's fine. That happens to a lot of people. Then you connect with the friend who steps up to help, and you cheat on him and get pregnant by somebody else. I don't know if that's looking down, but really, I think that warrants some. I see you differently.
We could either
but
say
it didn't have to be brought up in the story.
Why are you still friends?
It may not be looking down. You could say it's looking down on her, or you could say it was unnecessary information for this story because it really was. We didn't need that background on her for you to. We didn't need the background on her for us to understand what your problem was.
Right.
Like it was.
I get that part.
So it may be
unless there's something to the accusation of the more schooling you get. I don't know. Maybe it should change. I don't know. That's where I feel really uneasy trying to make judgments that I don't know enough.
Yeah, there's missing information because it don't make sense. Your friends don't turn on you like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's weird. Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, friendships run their course.
Yes. Yeah. We're not meant to be with everybody forever.
Time to walk on.
Because even if, and this is just me hypothetically speaking, even if we was to fill in the gaps and said, OP, maybe you said something in the past that to you seemed benign, but to the other girl it seemed like you was looking down on. That may be a cause that, hey, I don't see why I would have to quit my schooling. But to look at the other side of this, there's no friendship that I can think of that I want to keep so bad that it jeopardized my future. Whatever I decide to do with my future, go to school, get married, have kids, buy a house, get this certain job, whatever it is. If I deem something that's beneficial for me and my future, and you're holding a friendship, a friendship, I don't see you winning this. I just don't.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
That's what I'm saying. There's just something missing. It don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense. And then on top of that, if that's what you think of this person, that them getting an education in law is going to make them too heady, really, you just think that of them, period. It doesn't matter what occupation they take. This is your opinion of them. You just saying that this is you and this is going to make you worse. That's what your friends are saying. They already don't like you.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and play part 2 because part 2 does.
There's more.
There's more. It is something that was added to it. So, and I'm trying something brand new. Technically, this is only the second time I heard this story. This story came out today. So I was trying to finally listen to a story where I done heard it like 50,000 times. So I already made up my opinion. But this is a story that I literally just heard today. And the only reason I'm hearing it for the second time is because I had to break it up. So I had to hear it the first time. But so my thoughts are like really, really fresh, like afternoon fresh. So I haven't already made up my mind. And ooh, I got you, Theas. I got you, Anna, because this is the real reason. So, but I can say that in the second part, there is a small twist into why the lady wanted her to quit. But let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all got y'all drink yet? Okay, because this is 4 minutes. See y'all in a few.
Hey guys, so first off, I want to give a huge thanks to all the kind Redditors who commented on my post, especially to the one Redditor that made me smile and told me to have my legally blonde moment. I have sworn to myself I will live by this comment from now on. Lol. Now into the update. First off, no, I will not consider stopping to study law for a single minute. Annika and Tara are officially blocked and Hannah and I are still as tight as ever, and this hasn't harmed our friendship. I'm very thankful to have her. A lot of you had the right intuition. This whole thing was born out of jealousy from Annika. Apparently, she applied secretly to the same school that I did to get her A-levels like I did. She somehow didn't believe me or didn't read clearly, either way, when I told her she needed a finished apprenticeship to enter the program. When she got the rejection, she flipped out. This whole thing with her not getting into the program made her lose her mind. She apparently insinuated to Tara that while we met privately, I would absolutely trash talk her, Tara, that I was so much better by me studying law, yada yada yada, and that I think I'm better. So Annika spun this whole tale of her being afraid I'll get in over my head and get cocky. She even faked WhatsApp messages and sent them to Tara. I have proof of these messages Tara showed me reluctantly, and she demanded from Tara to back her up during our Sunday brunch and to help her with her demands. Apparently, Annika wanted to prove to me that the 2 school years weren't so difficult as I always said, which is true. I did say that you have to study and wanted, as 50% of the students failed the last year, at such a high demand. But never did I say that she couldn't do it. I said, you have to want it, and being sick is out of question in that. Annika took this as a direct hit to her ego, obviously, and that I think she's always missing work and that I think she's lazy. She has 2 small children in kindergarten. Of course she'll get sick, and of course the kids have to stay home, and so does she. It was never meant as a direct insult on my part. Now on Tara. Thinking I had a better chance to get to the bottom of this, I asked Tara to meet me alone. She agreed and reluctantly admitted she knew all along what Annika planned. It asked tell me to stop studying, threatening no contact on me, and that she felt she couldn't say no as she saw my WhatsApp messages. I was so confused by that and asked her what messages she was talking about. Tara showed me screenshots, and after a long back and forth, she agreed they looked suspicious and didn't sound like me at all. Annika talks with a bit of slang, whereas I absolutely don't. However, for Tara, it was evidence enough because she somehow felt like I was trying to take over the place of the best in the group and that she felt like I was rubbing it in their faces. Especially with me always telling them that I fail this and that and keep on studying. I'm not kidding, I must have looked like a fish out on the beach hearing all this nonsense. I was sad the whole time. That was exactly the moment I lost all emotional connections to both of them. I told her if that's what she thinks about me, Annika is the better company and she should join her in her misery. If they want a punching bag, they can buy one in Amazon, but absolutely not use me for that. I then sent a scathing WhatsApp to the group chat and blocked both of them. I'm sad that I spent 15 years thinking these people would have my back as I did for them, but that's life, I guess. I still have Hannah, and she promised me to be my study buddy whenever I would need one. So yeah, that's it.
So
Somebody else go first because I'll feed off of y'all because I got nothing.
I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted because of this. Something that she said that I don't think she thought to put this OP I'm talking about. I'm talking about OP.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, let's get to the bottom line is if you don't want to be my friend because I'm going to school, that ain't never happening. So we done. Let's move on with each other. Second of all, if you really believed what you believe, you wouldn't have made up WhatsApp or text or whatever to prove your point. Just if you don't think that you think that I'm gonna be stuck up once I graduate from school and you can't feel it, fine. Just pull the, just bite the bullet and just say we done. But something that OP said that kind of conflicted to me was she said that, in order to study at this school, you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to dedicate yourself. This is not a time for sleeping. You can't sleep and things like that. And I kind of was wondering, it's like, I don't get why you would say that. I mean, are you saying it as, you really got to work hard to get through this school? Or if I was being suspicious. If I was being suspicious about that, are you saying, you, my friend, can't be lazy on this and you have shown signs of being lazy? So if you want to get through this, you're going to have to put some of your lazy habits to the side and really buckle down. And for me, I'm seeing that both ways. So one is taking a shot at her, and one is just, explaining, yeah, this is pretty tough to get in. This is a pretty tough, not only to get in, but to, pass the courses. So, like I said, it's just a short, it's not a neither here nor there type thing. I'll still agree if you don't want to be friends with me. Okay. But anyway, I'm done.
This is a friendship that was destined to die because if I am putting everything together correctly, she does look down on that friend, and it's not weird to say that you have to work hard at law school. Any PhD is something that is an incredible feat that you have to concentrate, and it's not something everyone can do. I have friends who they went for it and they could not handle the schooling. I have other friends who are great lawyers. They thrived under that kind of schooling. So this friendship just was not made, like, just because you are in the same area, in the same school, doesn't mean you should be besties. I don't see much. Of course, we didn't have a whole lot of other context. So, but I didn't see much that they connected on, except for a location. They were all there. So, just move on.
This?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I got that sleep brain on me, so I apologize, y'all, because I'm listening to this and I'm like, it's a whole bunch of people overreacting to stuff. Real talk, because it's how friends talk to each other. It's how people talk to each other. I'm not the kind of person who thinks every conversation, every dialogue is supposed to be emotionally fulfilling and uplifting and
Well,
building and all of that. So for me, it's just some people living their life. People get messy sometimes. If these are your friends for since you were 15, I think she said, or something like that,
mhm.
and y'all have been through a whole lot more mess than this. And so either you deal with it, you realize the friendship has run its course, but you need to figure out if you're ready to cut that bait. You know what I'm saying? Now she's saying that I would block them and everything. I'm one of them people. Once you block me, we good. Like, I mean, don't ever unblock me. It's cool. You know, even if you realize you made a mistake, it doesn't matter. We good. So I don't know, man. Up into that part, it's just it could either just be a bunch of silly people dealing with their own stuff, you know, like you got your one friend, because I was the friend, right, that had to grow up faster because I made, irresponsible decisions early on, so I had to grow up. So that means that when I'm numerically 21, I'm actually 30, and my 21-year-old friends are living their 21-year-old life. Now me, I didn't push that out on them and have a problem with them. I was just more like, I can't do this. My priorities are this or what have you. And I would fade away when it's time to fade away or whatnot. My friends understood that. This sounds more like one friend, the friend that has the kids. I don't know. This is me reading into it, but she probably, not to say she don't love her kids, because I'm sure she loves her kids, but she has her own baggage she has to work through based on her own decisions that put her in a position to where she can't push her professional dreams the way that she would like to, right? She has other things to be considerate of. So she might be dealing with that on her internal, and she's projecting it onto her friend who is doing the things that she thought she should be able to do. And that can end up clouding the water, right? So now you end up treating your friend funny and you say, well, she's going to get too big for her britches. But really what you mean is she's going to leave me behind. That's what you really mean. But you're using the wrong words and you're trying to poison the other friend with you because you're already kind of dirty and toxic. Not in a negative sense, but you're dirty and toxic because you got stuff on your mind and stuff on your heart. And so you end up breaking all the friendships up, right? Because other people react to that energy. And who knows? I mean, I could be right, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's pretty probable as far as like how people are. So maybe 5 years later, y'all become great friends again. I don't know.
All right, everybody, we got 30 minutes left, so we can go on ahead and get into the second story. And be honest with you, I do have something to say about this because I do see a double standard. My bulge.
I wear normal pants to work. Our dress code is business casual, and I've gotten myself sized by a reputable tailor. All my slacks and chinos are from normal brands that you'd find at Macy's and are normal/relaxed fit. However, yesterday, my boss called me into her office and told me I would no longer be allowed to wear the pants that I normally wear to the office and would have to wear something less revealing. Apparently, my bulge is inappropriate for the workplace. Now, I have a normally sized penis. I actually effing measured it to make sure that I wasn't crazy, and I'm pretty close to the US average. Would a woman with large breasts be told that she can't wear anything but baggy clothes? Would she be told by her boss that she must wear nothing but restrictive sports bras to work? I doubt it, especially in my workplace, where women 2 seats down from me wear far more provocative clothing than my frickin' slacks. I asked her, what should I wear instead? These are my size. And she just said, just go buy something looser or get a bigger size. I'm not rebuying my entire collection of work pants. Go ahead and report me to HR. Let's see them try to fire me for having too much dick. Okay, so OP actually took a picture of his pants, and I'm going to share a picture of his pants here. And yeah, to me it looks like a guy wearing pants. The bulge doesn't look particularly big, but but what's really funny about this is that this picture on Imgur has currently 589,000 views. So I kind of have to wonder, is OP really like running into a situation, or does OP have some sick fetish where he's trying to get 500,000 people to look at his dick online? OP, you pervert.
Well, I'm a little put off that my dear friend, my family, just had me look at some random dude's crotch for no apparent damn reason. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, I ain't anti-homosexual. I mean, you know, but this dude is just a random dude, and you got his crotch in our face, trying to see if maybe we can see what his boss sees. I don't know. Hey, bro, he made all the right. He made all the right points. You know, he's walking around in his pants. I guess we had different definitions of bulges. I mean, like, see, I ain't see nothing, but you know, maybe somebody in person sees something. I don't know. But a bulge is usually a knot. And a print is usually a print. And neither of which things did I observe in my cursory glance. I don't know, bro. Next time, come to work in some gray sweatpants. Make everybody feel some kind of way. Do that.
Marlon, you had something to say about this.
It's not the first part, it's the second part that I have something to say about. But I'm so terribly sorry that I put somebody's penis in everybody's face. Please forgive me. I was trying to actually make a point that I didn't see anything wrong. It ain't like I stared at it or something like that. Either I saw a bulge or I didn't, and I didn't. So, you know, I'm over it.
But you just but now we are 2 of the however many that have ogled this man's nether regions. He's a celebrity now. At least his midriff is.
This is a really old video, so it's over with. I mean, like,
so he's probably like an old dude. We were looking, ew.
I didn't say he was an old dude. The video was old. And gosh, ageism a little bit there. Like, it's an old man, so like, hey.
Old penis, ew. I don't want to look at nobody penis, but at least be prime
I was about to
penis.
say, so you be more comfortable with a young penis, watching a young penis? Like,
I'd rather not see anybody penis. I know what a penis. I grew up with my own.
watch video.
You know, but I ain't squeamish to see a penis. I mean, it's not like I don't watch adult films. You know, so whatever.
They just have to be young.
Well, I don't watch old stuff. I don't know. Everybody get down how they get down. That ain't one of the holes rabbit holes I follow.
Can we move on, please?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on because I did say that I felt some type of way, and I did, and I still do on the second video, and I'll tell you how I feel. But this is the conclusion to the Bulge story.
And then OP posted an update. So to recap the advice that I got from the original thread, it is, go talk to HR. Never talk to HR. Go talk to a lawyer. A lawyer will waste your time. Your pants are fine. You need new pants. She wants to bang you. She hates you. After thinking a bit on my options, I settled for a middle-of-the-road approach. I contacted 2 well-known lawyers in my area and got a consultation from them about my situation. They both thought that while I was sexually harassed, the case wasn't bulletproof because there was little evidence and no pattern of abuse. They then also warned me about going to HR without any evidence, as it could cascade into me losing my job in unexpected ways. Fine. Since I needed evidence and a pattern of abuse, I first wanted to read up on what standards my company has set for managers when it comes to dealing with sexual harassment. I requested from our online learning catalog to take the sexual harassment and tough conversations courses that are normally required only for managers. In this Tough Conversations module, there was a scenario where a male supervisor had to ask a female employee to correct her work outfit because it didn't meet the company's dress code. In plain English, the module states that the supervisor is not to intervene and is to refer the issue to HR. I assume that the inverse, a female supervisor reprimanding a male's outfit, would follow the same standards. I then sent an email to my boss asking her to follow up on our previous conversation. I wrote, "Boss, I want to clarify some things regarding our previous conversation. Please confirm whether or not my understanding of your statement is correct. My pants violated our dress code by being too tight and revealing my bulge. This issue pertains to all my pants, not a specific subset of my wardrobe. This is a requirement for management and not a request. Please get back to me. Sincerely, OP." It took over a full workday, but I got the response. "Yes, I did tell you to fix your wardrobe. This is not a request." I immediately replied, "Boss, if management is demanding that I replace such a large amount of work clothing, it must be done at the expense of the company. Please let me know if this is possible, as we'll have to work out something else if it isn't." Her response was, "This can be done, but I must be with you to supervise your shopping. Check my schedule for availability." Good lord. Suddenly the "she wants to bang you" theory seems less crazy. I backed up the emails to a personal account and sent everything to HR. Less than 2 hours later, I received a phone call asking me to come to HR immediately and drop my work unless it was time critical. I complied. HR told me that they were taking this matter very seriously and that I should take the rest of the day off. I came back to work today and my boss is gone. I was told right before lunch that she had been placed on administrative leave pending a full investigation and that I shouldn't worry. It's against company policy to engage in any form of professional retaliation. I sit here now like a king on a porcelain throne, telling you about my victory during my post-lunch dump. Bye-bye, boss lady.
Okay, so the whole story is garbage and BS. All right, cool.
Oh my God.
Why did you say it was garbage?
Because it's
I
not
mean,
realistic.
I heard garbage part. I'm sorry, but
Like the whole thing, the way the second half of the story rolls out is just completely like somebody who's having a good time riffing a story. Like all of it. So
I'll tell you what bothered me so much was the part where the attorney was like, well, you can't go to HR because you don't have any proof, and then there's retaliation. And I'm kind of just thought to myself, and correct me, there's an and am I wrong? I'm like, would you have gave the same advice if that was a woman? Like,
Yeah,
I
actually,
have
it was.
yet to, in a sexual harassment suit. Well,
The
not
attorney is going to tell you straight talk. See, your HR department is going to beat all around the bush. Your friends are going to beat all around the bush. The attorney is going to come right out and say, we ain't got enough.
Hi, Parker.
That's
Yeah.
reality. That's just real.
Hey, Parker. Yes, we are literally live. The situation that I was supposed to be off this Saturday got changed to next Saturday, so we'll be off next Saturday. But so yes, we are live. We're reading your comment live. We are live. But
Yeah. So yeah,
I have an issue with the very fact that even at some rate, people will go to HR and go, I want to put in a complaint to at least get it on record that I'm not just coming from out of the blue saying stuff like this, but at the very least, I know you're not going to do something, but I also know that you're going to put this on record as this being, if I come back, now you see a pattern going on. But this attorney is just flat out saying, don't even go at all until you got evidence. And I'm like, I don't see that.
I would tell them the same thing if this was a true story, which I contend it absolutely is garbage. But no, absolutely. I would say to you, okay, what do you have that you could use as proof that this person said this to you in the manner that you're saying that it was said? Well, it was just me and her. Well, then you don't have anything. Welcome to the world of sexual harassment. This is why it's so hard for women to get justice. Because if you're having a one-on-one conversation, there's only two witnesses to the conversation. So, yeah. So the lawyer's going to be like, you got to give me something. This is where the story went off the rails for me, because now all of a sudden it became, I'm playing cloak and dagger, and she just came right out and said it. Like, nobody, come on, bruh. Yes, I want you to get new clothes and let me come and supervise you. You get the hell out of here. Ain't nobody writing that down.
In the voice that he was making, and I totally agree with he made the sexy voice as
even if you don't, even if he's alliterating the voice, you
can't believe somebody will put it down in writing.
They not writing that down and sending that to you like that. No, they're not. Especially when they know you're not receptive, because he made it clear he wasn't receptive. Even his tone in the text when he asked her for clarification, it was clear he wasn't receptive. So there's nobody's going to follow that way. Come on, bro. But for the hypothetical, yes, if you came to me and I was an attorney, I would tell you the same thing. Look, man, you got to have more than this, because what's going to happen is you're going to go in there, you're going to say this, and then she's going to say, no, I didn't. Now what? She's got 20 years with the company. You are a subordinate, got no witnesses, no history of this being an issue. Where are your notes? Give me your notes, date and time of when you had these interactions. I need all of it. Give me all of it. Oh, I don't have any of that. It's just this time. Because HR's main job is to protect the company. It ain't protect you.
Yeah. So
you gonna come in there with some allegations. Company's gonna no. So I agree, and I also would have told him don't go to HR. You don't go to HR till you're ready to go straight nuclear. When you're ready to go nuclear, you go to HR, because everything is about to get real hot.
All right, Anna, what you got?
I'm for nah.
Even though this is not real or not.
I'm still for nah.
Thank you, Anna. Even if it ain't for the same reasons. I'm with you.
Who ends with I'm gonna no.
Got the porcelain throne part. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Just just the big news today. But then I realized y'all probably save it all for tomorrow.
Talking about Richard Simmons passing away. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the main topic for tomorrow. I'm gonna have Richard Simmons.
Yeah, Richard Simmons, Dr. Ruth, and the lady who played Olive Oil. All of them passed away today.
I never heard of it.
Yep.
Oh,
Let me just sidetrack on this. Simmons,
You're breaking up, bro. We can't hear you.
yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess me leaning to the side sucks. Foxy asked me a question about Richard Simmons, and she said, I wonder, did he get a lot of flack, for his flamboyancy?
Yeah, he did.
And I said, yeah, he probably did, but not as much as a lot of people because he was making people money. As long as you're making people money, you're not going to get the same you're not going to get the same flack as just a normal flamboyant male person. I said, for the simple fact of just look at Liberace. Like, you literally can't get no more flamboyant than he was, but you're making money.
And I agree with you on that part about the money piece, but the money piece in Richard Simmons' case is second, right? He very much was, at least my understanding, as a kid, as he was doing his thing in the 80s, he was very much a vanguard of I'm queer and I'm here kind of thing. So he was like, he never like came out and said he was. People just put that on him. He just lived his life. He did his thing, but he never made any excuses for who and what he was. You see what I'm saying? So he almost became, it's going to sound, it's not the best word, but he was almost like a mascot, right? He was like the exception. Like, ooh, we hate all these queer people, but we like you, right? Because they treated him like a clown, but that's wider public treating him like a clown. But as far as his work, showing people that no, I'm flamboyant, I'm in your face, and I'm entertaining, and you start to see me for me as just being this guy. Like he did, in my view, and I know it ain't part of my community, he did a lot of work to normalize people seeing someone who didn't always act like they do. So I think it was a blend, but it was more his. It's like you can have a few at any given time. It's almost like having a few black people in a space, right? If it's just a few of you, everything's cool. You got a nice, expensive neighborhood, and the black doctor moves in over here, and the black lawyer moves over here. Nobody cares. White people ain't moving. The rich people ain't moving. Everything's good. It's when more start coming. So long as you just a onesie twosie type of thing, you can stand out there. You'll make your money and all those things. But I do think that he made a way for more people to come behind him, right? I do think that he did. He made it safer to be in the public eye, because that's how we got the dude from Revenge of the Nerds, right?
Black dude.
Yeah, the black dude. I don't know. I'm kind of off base, but I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let me push back on one certain aspect though, and only because you said something about the black dude, and only because during the 90s,
that was the 80s.
I'm talking the 80s. That being flamboyant, they was making it out to be a joke.
Yes.
They was literally just like, we have to have, if we're gonna have a gay character in a TV show or in a movie, they can't just be, "Hey, I'm gay." No, it has to be the flamboyant, darn near cross-dressing, out there character.
Yeah.
And it was almost like, it's the, to me, it's the equivalent of the 70s stereotypical black person in movies where no, you ain't got to be you don't have to be a pimp, or you ain't got to be a drug dealer, but you definitely got to be able to talk jive. Like, you couldn't have just normal dialogue like everybody else. You always have to talk quote unquote street.
You got to be my favorite character version of you.
Yes. So that's the only pushback I got on that.
No, I agree with you. But it was because of that, though. It's like, what you said was an excellent point, as far as, because it's like you have to be a character. We accept that there are gay people, but in order for you to be in our view as a gay person, you must entertain us. Right? So that's how you end up with the flamboyant one. But you can't be the serious character. You can't, like, Will and Grace was the breakthrough, the serious character is also gay. Right? Because before that, we didn't really have the serious character was outward gay, right? And so it's a process, but it's the same process every minority group has to go to, right? We had to go through the menstrual thing, where we had to be yes or nussa, all that stuff, right? The ham bones, sham bones type stuff, and then move forward. And the Latinos, they always had to be the lazy Mexican, no matter where they were from. They had to be the lazy Mexican, right? So that's American society, really white-dominated American society, that's basically saying it's fine, but you have to be there to entertain me. And it takes a lot of time for that to build and people to get in different positions to be able to demand more and ask more, and so you can see more contour. I mean, here, look at us now. They've been putting out a couple movies and things making it through the film festivals where the leading characters are two men, gay men, and it's not centered on the fact that they're gay. They're just two men that are gay, and they're living their life telling a story. Same thing we do where a man and a woman, we don't care that they are straight. They just happen to be straight, right? And they tell us a story. So it's taken 40 years.
Yeah.
And we still haven't gotten to the point where the larger society will go and spend money in support of the film. So we still got work to do.
Parker saying Donald's main Secret Service was on vacation this week, and the B team was distracted from the morning of Richard Simmons, and that's why they took that eye off the ball.
Man, this whole thing smells funny, but I'm gonna wait. I'm trying to take a page from Marlon. I'm gonna wait 24 to 48 hours, see what nonsense comes out.
Well,
it all
I can tell you
bad.
now. I can tell you now. Foxy just sent me something from CNN that's kind of like, it may be taken away from what we was talking about earlier today.
I don't listen to CNN for nothing. They done lost all my respect. I mean, all.
I would
all
for breaking news on things that's evidence. I'll listen to CNN. When it comes to talk about political stuff, I don't listen. Basically, I don't listen to nobody.
I'll go to Al Jazeera and BBC. That's where I go. And Al Jazeera is a little questionable because they're owned by Oman or something like that.
I'll listen to AP News.
Huh?
I'll listen to AP News.
I mean, you gotta be a little leery with them too. But yeah, I mean, but basically CNN is not like they used to be. But when they did the thing where they were like, well, we're gonna pivot right so we can make sure we try to, because they're an organization that's really starting to crumble and fall in on itself because they did not position themselves very well for the digital world. So they're trying to find a way to survive. And when they did that, they cleaned house of all their real reporters. It's just.
I tell you what.
That's right, Parker.
CNN said the sky is blue, and Theus is like, nope. I tell you what.
I need more sources.
CNN. Because even Fox doesn't do this, even though I'm really guessing Fox don't do it. It ain't like I actually watch Fox at all. But CNN will take a story, and it's an important story. I get it. But they would take a story and literally make it 24 hours of every show they're ever on, and all they did was change the host and the people that's at the table and pretend like it's a brand new effing story. No, it's the same story that we saw an hour ago, which is the same story we saw 2 hours.
But that's the problem with all of them, Marlon.
Like I said, I don't watch Fox, so I don't know if Fox does it or not. But I know CNN does it.
No, that is like Fox. First of all, they got their little Ken and Barbie doll creations that I can't even tell them really apart. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they just run the same story all day, and everybody says the same thing. But it's not just Fox. The problem with Fox is going to portray this as Joe Biden then set SEAL Team 6 loose on Donald Trump, but because of the heroism of somebody in the 8th row who flashed a mirror at the gunman, and the gunman fired and missed the shot, and the wind blew, and God stepped in and said, "Not my son." And that's what Fox is going to do. But MSNBC is going to be like, Trump is going to claim that he got shot, and we don't know what happened, and we'll figure it out.
Well, either way, there is some breaking news that was sent to me. If y'all want to look it up, which does change the dynamic. Regardless, I'll look it up and see if it's been told on any other platform other than CNN, just to make sure.
I'm just saying, y'all can take whatever. Y'all can listen to CNN, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool.
On the real, if it is true, it does change the dynamic of a lot of things, because one of my arguments was because this didn't happen. I'll just say it like that, and we'll get into it tomorrow, that something didn't happen, which made it seem like, come on. But it did. So now we're going to go to break.
I want to let it marinate. And then we'll see.
Y'all look it up during the break, and y'all will see exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm about to go to sleep, but I appreciate y'all.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go into the second hour. Theus ain't going to be here because Theus need to go take his 8-hour nap and be up at 6 o'clock in the morning, even though he's tired. And we'll see everybody on the other side with it. Am I the a-hole positive story of the week? Real or not, and then straight into Foxy's video of the week, because I still haven't found a Mafia video of the week. Let's be honest with you, I didn't look either.
Well, hopefully, hey y'all, hopefully, Trump pulls through from this serious injury that he has sustained, and yeah. Supreme Court said Biden could do it. Maybe that's what happened, and Biden was like, "Well, why not?"
That's Supreme.
But he didn't have SEAL team. SEAL team wasn't available. He had to send the Boy Scouts.
It was an official act.
It's time to learn to duck. 3-minute break to reboot and refresh, and we'll see everybody on the other side. Stay tuned.
I could take a break from this world, running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly, take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising. I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Higher to a bird. You, I'm rising. I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free.
We are back, and without further ado, let's go ahead and pay those bills. Radical Truth Tomorrow will be on tomorrow, and yes, we will talk about the Trump situation with updates, because like Thea says, I don't want to be the first to report things. I want to be able to report the correct things. So we will be talking about that tomorrow with a lot more new news. Please do not forget to go to patreon.com/Tracy Media Fan. Help support Tracy and all of her endeavors. Please do not forget to go to Anna Hart's website, BoreliusEtc.com. Learn something that you didn't think you need to know, but you should. Please don't forget to support this at I United Core. Communities build movements. And if you need to reach me, you can do so at radtp@outlook.com. That's RADTP@outlook.com. And of course, we are now into the Mama Heart Hour.
You rock that.
I know. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it because I'm about as confused as how I'm keep doing it correctly all this time.
Don't question it.
That blood on his ear did not look fake. I never said it looked fake. It's like I said, we'll get into it tomorrow, and I don't want to try to get into it today. But Anna, I'll send you what's the update that I was talking about. So,
Okay.
but and like I said, I never want to be the first to report something. I want to be the first to correctly report something. So
I really like
everything
that.
even a sin could change by the time I wake up tomorrow. And it's like, nope, that's not true. Yeah, that's true. No, it's not. Here's the proof. Oh, it is true. So I'm not going to be that person. Am I the a-hole? All right. I'm going to say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that I am on the fence of this story. I'm on the fence of this story because, A, come on, nobody is this bad. B, yeah, somebody is this bad. And without naming any names, because I know somebody who used to be this bad. They have outgrown it, thank God. But to say that nobody is this bad, you're fooling yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
Yelled at my brother who didn't give me a job.
Alrighty then. A little bit of backstory. My 27 female brother, 30 male, B, immediately started dating this girl, Emily, after dating his ex, C, 10 years ago. I really liked C and thought they had a life together, and I was so mad at him for chasing after some other girl instead of staying with M, who was better for him. Emily and B have been together for 10 years, but Emily and I had never gotten along. I told her when I met her that I wanted redheaded nieces and nephews. C was a redhead, and she is not. She doesn't really know B. They'll come back from trips or concerts and say they had fun. I know he's lying. He never liked Taylor Swift before her. He's faking it for her. But when I remind her he doesn't like Taylor Swift, they both get quiet. I stayed close with C and we thought they'd break up. I'm fine with Emily, but she has gotten mad at me. But it's always over the small things. B graduated residency and is starting his own family medicine practice. I am a nurse practitioner who has not been able to find a job, and they are hiring for a nurse practitioner, and I thought I would be the perfect fit. I reached out to B and told him I'd absolutely take the job and didn't get a response until he called me. Oh, wait, that was the message? Didn't even apply for the job, just responded to me I would be delighted to accept this position. I guess Emily has quit her job to manage the practice, and because of the tension over the years, he doesn't think it's a good fit for Emily and I to work together. I was dumbfounded. I asked if Emily made this decision, and he said he hadn't asked her, but I know this was her. I sent her a text telling her I thought it was unfair of her to ruin my career. Emily could get a job anywhere, but I can't. I don't know why he's okay to work with his wife and not me when we used to be so close. It would make more sense for me to work there because I have a medical background and she doesn't. I don't know why she has been against me from the time they got together, but it's hurting my feelings and I can't stay quiet on it now. It's impacting me professionally. Emily responded cordially like she always does, but she used calmness and fake kindness to manipulate people. She said she was sorry to hear this, but she wasn't sure what happened. She said she'll talk to B to get caught up to speed, but it sounds like he has made this decision. I wasn't the kindest back to that because I know it's not true. B called and yelled at me. He was so harsh, I immediately started sobbing, but he wouldn't back down. I hung up and texted him that I was crying so hard I threw up, but he never responded. Our family has always stayed out of it when they're mad at me. My mom said it was okay to ask, but I needed to take the answer. I'm okay with the answer, but I'm getting it for the wrong reason, which I don't think is fair. Hold up. I'm fine with your answer. I just don't like the reason that you gave the answer. I think your reason for saying no is bullshit. It would be so great for us to work together and be close again. Anyone could manage his office, and even he said that M was sacrificing a high-paying job to invest in his career, and this was the perfect excuse for her not to. I just want them to see it the way I do, and I'm so upset that they won't just consider it. Am I the asshole for wanting the job and being upset that I didn't get it?
Yeah.
Great synopsis, Anna.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's break this all down, because there is something that you said that really didn't make any sense to me, and that you purposely left out of the story. Trust me.
There's a lot that didn't make sense.
First of all, I want you to name one job where you saw that they was hiring for a certain position and you email HR or the hiring person or whatever and go, yes, I accept the position. I know you have never done that. I know you have never once done that before in your life. But because that was your brother, you just like, it's tailor-made for me. So sure, I'll accept it. Number 2. Oh, this is the second hour. Cool. I don't give a fuck what you want your niece and nephew to look like. You don't decide who I date because you want a certain look. You idiot. What is wrong with you? But number 3, and most important before we get to the main topic, you're a nurse practitioner and you can't get a job anywhere. Something you fucked up a long time ago, because that's a lie to have. There are certain jobs in the United States that's bulletproof. There are certain jobs that you could take absolutely to any city in any state in the United States and automatically get a job as a nurse, get a job. Nursing in the medical industry is one of them. They always need nurses. Nurse burnout rate is very high. So for you to say, but I can't get no job anywhere, why? What did you do? What did you do that you can't get a job anywhere? No, that's some BS. That's some BS. Number 4, I don't know why she don't like me. Let's go back to one of the statements she made. I said something mean to her. Of course, she said something considerate and fake niceness. But I have no idea why she's so mean to me, because you're an asshole. Number 5, they are married. Do you understand the idea that his wife gave up a higher paid job? So that means she took a pay cut to go and help him in his startup business. And you think he gonna choose you over his wife? Number 6, and I emailed him and told him that I was crying so much I was throwing up. How fucking old are you? That's your brother. That means he been dealing with your little trifling ass for years. Ain't nothing you gonna say that's gonna change his mind. Number 7. Yes, believe me, I'm literally at number 7. That you sat here and said, I understand why I accept what was said. I just don't agree with it. That makes absolutely no fucking sense, and you know it. And 7.5, you ain't got to understand shit. It is what it is. We ain't saying this and then saying, do you understand? It's a no. No is a complete sentence. Number 8, and my final one. If you do not pull your head out of your ass, I don't care if these kids come out with glowing red hair that has the Philharmonica Orchestra playing music every time you brush it, you will never, ever see them. Because if you want to know how bad this is, when it comes to children, regardless of what we say about it being equal, best believe in reality, if you don't get along with the mama, you don't get along with the kids. I can talk to Foxy and say, hey, I want this toxic person to see the kids. If Foxy says no, guarantee her answer weighs a lot more than mine. Especially if I ain't got no good reason for it other than family. That's my only reasoning. Sure as hell ain't out of love. Definitely not out of respect. So, yeah. This video was 3 minutes. This video was of your writing. I came up with the 8 bullshit things out of. You are pathetic. And yes, like I said, I knew somebody like this. And they did outgrow it.
That's good.
You need to grow up before it's too late. And kudos to the family for staying out of it. And why I say that? Because you're the type of person who goes and runs the family every time you fuck up or you don't like an answer. And your family has learned to go, I'm not in this. Y'all grown. Figure it out. you know, I was raised like that when it comes to the children and the elders. And it was never said, but it was implied. And they'll probably only say it once. It probably was said to us once, and we just assumed it was like that for the rest of our time. No, you cousins, you nieces and nephews, your brothers and sisters need to figure out how to deal with this situation. Because if we have to figure it out, both of y'all are not going to like the answer. So y'all, that's how we was raised. We had beef with each other, but we figured it out. Because if the elders got involved in it, whoo! And me and Foxy do it the same way without actually saying it. I don't think we actually said it, but we literally raised the kids like that. Figure it out. Because y'all are better than this.
That was just an entitled, selfish brat. And
Brat. Sounds good. That was a brat. But I was really serious about that one part. Lady, there is no way in hell you a nurse and you can't get a job somewhere. So either you're lying about being a nurse or you fucked up on your job so bad people are not hiring you. So let's work on that. And maybe that's why you're a little upset about your brother not hiring, because you also figure your brother's not going to do a background check on you and just hire you. But something happened in the past. Nursing is needed everywhere. What did you do? So, yeah. Tracy comes back with never hire a family, ex-family, or friends. Exactly. If I didn't go, and to be honest with you, sometimes I wouldn't even go into business with friends or family. It's just too close of a familiarity that if something changes, I just feel like you're not going to see it because it's not this is not normal, but they'll get back on track and everything else. But in fact, it's just very toxic. I'm trying to talk as much as I can because Anna is fading.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
The only thing I would say to that is that, there are some people who you can trust in business, and there are other people who they don't belong in that sort of seat of power. Helping a family mate with a business, helping a family member, it's a big deal, and that's a lot of responsibility. If this girl couldn't even handle a cursory rejection, no, you are not right for the job. You're not right for the business world if you can't take that.
Yeah, but it was just funny to me. Yes, I'll accept the position. Child, okay. Anyway, positive story of the week, you moron.
Okay.
Warning, there is a death in this video, but it's in the death that makes it so beautiful.
A little background. My father never properly learned to read and write. He came from a dysfunctional home, but that's another story. He was, however, very good at fixing cars. He worked at a junkyard since before I was born. I'll call this Junkyard A. A lot of times he would offer advice or even fix the cars of the customers on his own time as a side hustle. Another thing about my dad is he knew everybody. Anywhere we went, people would always stop him and speak to him, mostly asking about a problem they're having with their cars. It didn't matter where we went, even on vacation across the country, he ran into people he knew. The junkyard he worked at was originally owned by two brothers. They were good bosses, and he made a decent wage and had very good health insurance. They made good business there, and my father was the senior sales specialist. Business was so good, they bought a new location and built a new building and moved there. A few years later, the business was sold to a guy named Dave. Dave was all right. Although we lost the health insurance, he stayed there for, I'd say, 8 or 9 more years. One day, out of the blue, Dave fires my dad and said it was because he didn't have enough technical skills. He couldn't hardly read or write, but he could use the computer one-handed to search the system for parts while on the phone with a customer. He and 2 or 3 other guys would be in the front to help customers, and my dad's line would have 2 or 3 people waiting, especially for him, and would refuse to be waited on by someone else. So he came home and filed for unemployment. He stayed home for maybe 3 weeks and was offered a job at another junkyard that was located between the city we lived and the next city over. Since my father was so well liked and everyone knew he got a raw deal from Junkyard A, they also switched businesses. All his longtime customers and friends now frequented Junkyard B. Many used car dealerships had deals with my father for the junk cars they sold for parts or parts they needed for fixing their used cars. All these businesses also switched junkyards and followed my dad to Junkyard B. This was a devastating hit to Junkyard A's business. So bad, in fact, they ended up selling the business to the owners of Junkyard B. As soon as the sale was finished, my dad was sent back to the Junkyard A, where he worked for the rest of his life. He actually died in the junkyard, massive heart attack. The funeral was so full of people, there wasn't enough room for everyone in the funeral home. His funeral procession, the line of cars that drive uninterrupted from the funeral home to the cemetery, was over an hour long due to so many cars. My mom went to buy the plot next to his a few days after the funeral, and the lady working there said she'd been working there for over 40 years, and it was one of the largest groups gathered for a funeral she'd ever seen. He may not have been able to read or write very well, but he knew cars, and he knew people. A lot of people.
No. Wait, so he went back to Junkyard A?
Yeah, because the Junkyard B bought him out.
Okay. I missed a little thing. That's sweet.
I guess my point of this story is to say this. You ain't got to be the smartest. You ain't got to be the richest. You ain't got to be the most attractive. You don't have to be all the anecdotal things that TikTok and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook tells you A, B, C, and D to be influences in people's lives. You just have to care.
Yeah.
He had a niche into not only, and I tell you what makes this so special. He fixed cars. There was something else about him. That's BS. Anybody can learn how to fix cars. And you're not going to tell me he's the only person in that whole town that knew how to fix cars. It was something that he did. It was either the way he talked to these people or treated them, or it was something about him.
He made those people feel seen, heard, appreciated, possibly. It's like we always say, you know, you never know who is watching you. You never know who is taking something from what you may say, what you may do. When you are there wholeheartedly for the other person, and sounds like he was, because the amount of people who wanted to honor him in his passing speaks volumes. he made them feel seen, heard, and they all wanted to give that back to him, even if he couldn't in life. He showed his family how much he meant to everybody. That is an incredible thing. I wish we would hear more stories like that. That's beautiful.
Here go Tracy. Dang on onions. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. If you can fill up, I know filling up the church that they, I've seen that happen before. I ain't never seen a petitioner drive that took an hour to get through. I have never seen that. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Who are could be strangers to each other. Definitely strangers to the family. But they was guaranteed they're gonna show their respect to this one man. That's what I try to explain about leaving a legacy. And when I use the word legacy, everybody just have this grandiose thing where the world can remember and you get a federal holiday. No, this dude left a legacy. This guy left a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
This small town may never forgive him. Now, granted, after I say that, street may be named after him. I don't know. I don't know how small the town is, but it's possible.
Yeah.
That is what I mean about leaving a legacy. Having people to remember you. Now, the funny thing about it is if you can go out of town and people know you, God dog, that's woo.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, now play Linda Parsons. I can laugh. I don't erase that video so long ago, and it's done, and it creeps Anna out. You remember Linda, Anna?
Yes.
You'll never forget.
Creepy lady.
Little creepy lady. Real or nah? I'm gonna have to admit about this video. Me and Foxy listened to this video a couple of days ago, I think. And I was just gonna make it a regular video. I was gonna make it a regular Am I the A-hole video.
Okay.
If y'all deem it real, then I also have something else that I want to say about it. If y'all think it's fake, I still have something to say about it. But I had to put it on the real or not the second I listened, the moment I listened to the second time, because there was something that the person that's reading the story, it was something that he said after the story that made me think, I don't know, dude. Now it's beginning to sound fake. So either way, I'll leave it up to everybody else. Girlfriend almost burnt my house down.
My girlfriend wanted a pizza. I have really good frozen pizzas from the local Italian market. They're made fresh, and if you do them up on a pizza stone, they come out perfect. I've made these for us many times. It's a simple process. You take out the pizza stone, you put it in the oven, and you let the oven preheat. You put the pizza on the paddle and slide it onto the hot stone. Once it's ready, you slide the paddle under the pizza and pull it out. Then you put the pizza on the carving board and cut it. Easy, right? Nope. My girlfriend thought that my pizza stone was dirty. It was scorched, not dirty. So her brilliant idea was to make the pizza on my plastic cutting board because that way she could just take the cutting board out with the oven mitts and cut the pizza without having to use all the tools. I got home to see black smoke coming out of my house and my girlfriend on the phone with 911. My dog is not on his leash and he's going crazy. I go to the front door to see if it's hot inside the house or if I can see the flames. There's no flames and no heat. I get to the stove and turn it off. I open the door to let out more smoke and I get my leash on the way out. The firefighters are there within 5 minutes and the smoke is already dissipating. They go inside to make sure. All clear. Thank God they were there for less than an hour and it was covered by the city. If they were there for over an hour, I would have been charged for the response. My oven is ruined though, and I have a lot of smoke damage to clean up. I told my girlfriend that I was glad she was okay, but that she's a moron and that she's not allowed in my house alone for a while. I took her key away. We don't live together. She has roommates and she likes to come over to my place so she can have a big house to herself on her days off. She says it's a mistake that anyone could make and that I'm a butthole for calling her names. Yes, she said those words. She said that it's my fault for not just getting microwave pizza and having to eat fancy.
What? No. 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 No.
See, I don't know what the no means. Are you saying no, you don't believe the story, or
I'm really not. No.
By the way, he had to be nice in the story. The guy didn't call his girlfriend a moron. The guy called his girlfriend a dumbass. So just to change that wording, that he did call her a dumbass, not moron. So, Ada, you're saying the story is not real.
No.
Okay.
I don't feel anything connecting that to reality. It could be. I don't have brain cells that can follow that. So,
Tracy said this is real. I've heard people do stupid stuff like this all the time. Also, where's the second part? There is no second part. This is a brand new story. So I wish there was a second part, but okay. What led me out to this? Not because I can't believe anybody that was old enough to have an apartment, even with roommates, is dumb enough to think that you could put plastic in a microwave so you could save time and energy. Well, I can't believe that. By 10 years old, you don't have to put no damn plastic in the oven. Really. By 10 years old, you should know better. Now let me treat this really. Dude, I am going to give you an a-hole score with a twist. And I'm going to put myself in your shoes. OP, you do get an a-hole score by calling her a dumb ass. You know I don't believe in name calling and stuff like that. It's wrong. Do not ever call anybody out of their name, no matter how mad you are. But Anna, having said that, I can no longer date you anymore because you are a dumb ass. So it's a little twist on it. Like if I get to a point where I can't trust you in my apartment because I'm scared that you're going to do something stupid like this, yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
And to sit there and go, anybody would do this. No, not really. No. I'm mad that you called me out of my name, which is true. I get that. I'm upset. That's unnecessary. Do not call people out of their name. And I don't think that I was calling you a dumbass. I would just say, hey, I don't trust you enough to have a key to my apartment, so I'm taking the key back. In reality, in the back of my head is like, no, you are a dumbass. And there's no way in the world.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up.
Yeah, so are you. Well, good thing is we almost show. So
Okay.
Agent Johnson trying to shut us down. Don't try to shut us down tomorrow.
Hey, I'm almost shut down. You don't have to do nothing.
So, in other words, short, the only thing I'm going to give you a whole thing for is name calling. But yeah, I agree with you. Totally agree with you. Definitely. Foxy's videos. Do you know how bad all of us feel right now? How tired and lethargic that we are right now? To the 3-hour mark. Hell, we may not even make it to the 2-hour mark.
I'm fading.
We'll do better tomorrow. But just Saturday is like, I don't care. And I don't care. But bruh, let's put it this way. You're a little slow on the draw.
まあさ、昨日したやつさ、実際こっちの方がいいと思うんだけど、どう思う？まあそれかこっちだよね。こっちの方がぶっちゃけ無難っちゃ無難なんだよね。あ、ちょっとごめん。あ、もしもしお世話になってます。はい、あ、お疲れ様です。はい。はい。
What couldn't I see?
We was shut down a little during the video. I've got to do something with this computer. But I am really actually shutting down.
Uh-oh. Well, folks, it's been great.
Agent Johnson is winning today.
Oh dear.
Let's go ahead and get. Your woman wants you to text you as soon as possible.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier. There's one where a guy is driving a car and he gets a text from his girlfriend. Gotta stop, get out of the car, text her back, and then get back in and still zoom at 60 miles an hour. But okay.
That's love.
Okay.
Or fear. Whichever way you want to and I don't know how you know anything about this or not. When you use directional apps to this happens to me literally a lot. It's a little different, but it does happen to me. And I'll tell you what the change is. Happened. I'll just title this, I hate this.
Turn left onto Washington Boulevard, then turn left onto Washington Boulevard, then proceed to the route, then turn left, then take a right on.
Dude. I hate when they start doing the take a slight left. No, not that left. And rerouting.
This is what I would tell you the change in me, how that changes for me. I told Foxy this earlier. It's when I'm listening to Reddit story. And let's assume that I'm on the update of the story.
Okay.
Broke up with me, but it was not for the reason that far, far worse. You will not believe the reasoning. The reason is turn right onto Elm Street and turn right onto Elm Street. Go 1.4 miles. Talking.
Oh, Marlon, I think Officer Johnson's winning.
You won. You won. Ladies and
I'm assuming you're Lujibitwa until you come out to me as straight.
What? I now wish to be referred to.
Wow.
I'm assuming you're Lujibitwa.
Okay.
I appreciate Ada. I appreciate this. We will see you tomorrow. Hell, maybe. Until next time, we will see you when we see you. Outro music.
Maybe.
This was terrible, terrible ending to the show. Fuck you, Johnson. Fuck you.